Hi Libra, welcome to your February 2016 readings. I hope that everybody had a great start to the new year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming through as far as your energy, your opportunities, and let's get started right now. So this month, as I began to think about channeling information through for each sign, I wanted to focus on latent energy, anything that was just beneath the surface. I described in some other videos like the old-fashioned black and white photography approach that a lot of us used to practice back in the day, where the chemicals would bring about a change. So we're doing the same sort of alchemy here with you this month. We're going to use your catalyst card, which is like the part of the developing chemicals, and then we're going to bring through something for you. And I wanted to take an approach of looking at superheroes, superhuman powers, and partly because it's fun, but also because it reminds each of us that we can, through imagination, through the ability to think beyond boundaries, that we can actually embody some of that within our own lives. So as I was prepping for Libra, I got the image of a lasso like Wonder Woman back in the day. So one thing to think about for being able to lasso in what you want, it's really about pulling. It can almost be seen as a magnetic force, but I see it more as the thing with magnetism that's different, and I think that'll come through for another sign. With a lasso, there is a requirement that you work and bring it in. A magnetic one means all you have to do is sort of exist and accept that you're pulling it in. Lasso means work. So sorry, Libras, we have to work for it, but we can do whatever we want if we do. And you know that that's part of the sign here, is that Libras can kind of see expansively in all directions, but sometimes need to be activated. So you need to activate on your vision in one area or another and stop looking at it, stop balancing, stop waiting. So when you take the action, however, you've got so much information and context that you're going to be at a point where I do believe you can do whatever you want throughout this month. So, all right, Libra, let's see what's coming through for you. First, we'll start with the Catalyst card. As I explained, this sort of is the developer, the key in the ignition, what's going to help you sort of start that physical lassoing that we talked about. Let's shuffle that one more time because these cards are stubborn. Much better. All right. Gosh, I'm amazed sometimes at how many of the same cards come up for all the different signs. They're beautiful cards in these decks, but there's the same ones that want to come up, so I pay attention to that. And I even shuffled it an additional time. So Libra, what you need to focus on for bringing through your dreams, your ambitions, your potential is basically allowing your power to come through. In yoga, we often talk about activating the third chakra and bringing that up through our third eye and being able to basically combine the strength that exists here with your heart, with your intuition. But it all starts with the drive, with the ambition. So I need you guys to activate a little bit that center, and we'll take a closer look when we go into the extended forecast at how the solar plexus is going to play in. All right, so now let's see what the cards have in store for Libra in February. Okay, so right off the bat, we have a card here showing me that this is what we were talking about earlier, a need to activate a bit. So you're very, very close to getting what you need to do, but what I see here is elimination of, and it's reversed, so what I see here is eliminating some of the strain, the stress, and the sort of pulls on your resources. So the interesting thing with this deck is it does illustrate the potential stored in the energy of the wands. What it also is showing me here is that sometimes if we hold too much, the potential gets lost. So This holds true for creative endeavors for some of you. This also holds true for relationships. And so I need you to let go of a little bit and convert. Use some of what you've been saving. Sometimes this is your resources, your money. Sometimes it's an idea that you've been sitting on too long. So I see a little bit of stagnancy towards the beginning of the month for you, and I need you to pull this into action. Take the potential and do something with it. Ignite it. That's why there's fire right at the beginning. This is really interesting. I like this illustration because almost never do we see the chariot going away. So I'm going to pull the camera gently down so you can see this again. If you do not activate, the opportunity will leave, is what this says to me. And you are now at a precipice here where you must activate. And lo and behold, Libra, your sign is illustrated right there. So you need to get moving now. I say that in the kindest way, but it is about activation, and it needs to happen this month. So no delay on whatever it is that you want, because what I see here towards the end of the month is a Two of Pentacles. And with this Two of Pentacles, basically, you're going to have to, between now and the middle of next month is when you're going to feel a tag on your resources a little bit. So the sooner you get working on something, the more you're going to be able to finish, the less you're going to feel trapped. That's what we have with the Two of Swords here at the top. Here's the positive, because there is much positive in this spread. First of all, this is a great time for you to share your passion with others. So creative projects can start to take flight. Love relationships can start to blossom. And for some of you, this may mean a Leo. But also what this means is the first time in a long time that you felt confident, safe, strong in a path, particularly when it comes to love. So love and what you love doing. So that's your opportunity here, but I really see it in a work sector here. In the past, with the Ten of Cups reversed, it's almost like you've been stuck in a karmic cycle of giving your energy, your time, your love to others. We always want to see the cups upright. When they're reversed, it means it's getting pulled away. So what I see here now is, with this beautiful Ace of Cups, is that you want to start feeding your own passion, and instead of giving it away, work what you want, produce what you want, be who you want, be with who you want, and don't worry so much what other people want you to do. Enough now is what these cards are saying. Enough, and it's time to forge your own path. And if we look here too, what I'm really seeing is the summer months are going to be ideal for you. August is what comes to mind for me. But you'll notice with the Strength card and with the Ace of Cups, the heart that she's holding is now the passion from the project or the relationship or the truth of yourself that's now starting to get revealed. So live your strength, show your strength, exude the strength, and it's all about what you want, what your unique sort of like view of the world is. So you think of the most interesting, like we just lost a really interesting musician, David Bowie, and you think about how he expressed himself as an artist. You didn't have to like everything he did, whatever, but he was a unique individual who was never afraid to break a mold. So for you, Libra, this month, I want you to show some of the fearlessness and the creativity that maybe you haven't been ready, willing, or comfortable with it kind of expressing prior to now. The good news is right now at this very minute, I feel like many of you are already starting to ignite. Like we said, you've got to burn the potential. You have to start doing it. And you can see there's an urgency in these cards, which is why I think I was drawn to use it for Libra this month. Again, something's going to leave if you don't act now. A relationship, a job opportunity, an important life event. You've got I would actually say you've got about 3 months to make this happen. 10 weeks or so, but let's say 3 months, and this needs to be done by your birthday period in this year. So I really want it done by autumn, whatever it is that you're trying to bring to the surface. So look at this Is it a wolf? Look at the wolf in this picture and realize that you either need to move forward or you're going to get burned or you're going to lose the opportunity. So let it happen. And this is 10 of Wands is always really about movement. Usually you see someone carrying a stack of wood or lumber or rods on their back, moving towards a future destination. This one tells me it's no longer about even that you know where you got to go. Just go. Go. The car is moving. The the chariot is moving. For many of you, I feel like this really resonates with creativity and with love. Okay? So the moon for me, reversed, is telling me some of you are having creative blocks or confidence issues or emotional down sort of period. If it's emotions, know that like the tides, they're going to wax and wane. So the intensity of the full moon could have had an effect on you. You're going to feel much better when it's waxing or waning. So there you go. I only feel like it's a 2 or 3 week period before you're going to shift out of it. But for many of you, particularly writers, musicians, anyone that composes or creates for other people, the next 1 month period leading into the next full moon, even into April, is going to be about you bringing forward one of those projects for release, okay? And it actually looks like smooth sailing. The only turbulence is in your heart. So allow yourself to move through those moon cycles and pay attention to when it's full and when it's new. And know that on the full cycles, I want you to sort of let go. And on the new ones, bring in some new energy. So try to put your deadlines around the lunar cycles if you can. For those of you that are looking to start a family, expand a family, what I'm seeing here is, again, that feeling that it has to happen now. It's a little bit difficult, but I do feel like with proper planning that can happen. So I see that urgency coming through for some of you. Love, for me, it is a good month for you to be dating. It's probably going to happen more towards the beginning, and I'm getting a Pisces, obviously, with the fish here. But it could be another water sign as well. Could be Cancer, it could be Scorpio, but I really see Pisces with this. And usually to help you recognize that will be someone with lighter features, lighter eye, lighter hair. But not all, for me, it's more about creativity, open heart, and a little bit more playfulness coming through with this to me. So there is actually going to be a little bit of give and take, maybe flirtation for some of you that you haven't felt in a long time. But fish like to be chased sometimes, and it is a little bit about that. So try to enjoy the courtship if you can, if you're starting a new relationship. If you're in an existing one, remember everybody likes to be appreciated. And so this is about spending some time continuing to pretend like you have to woo your spouse or your mate. They want to have that playful interchange. And for those of you that are just alone, then it's about doing something that makes you happy, that brings love in your life. But also, there's an encouragement this month for you to get out there and date. There is energy for that. I can't say it for every sign, but I see it for you. The interesting thing, if we pull the camera down again and look here in hopes and fears, Libra, like so often is the case, is focused on contemplation. And there's always a time and place for contemplation, but I do think that it should be released after the 3rd week of the month. And it is now time to step forward. Even this hermit's carrying a rod with him, and that's telling me activation is necessary. It's almost like the first step into the Ace of Wands. So your challenge this month is cycles, of course, because we have infinity. Moon cycles with money, obviously, because it's the 2 of discs. But what I see here is the next 2-month period is going to be very rewarding if you can get through. February will be the challenging month, and January, February, March is going to be the month where you're starting to feel the summer and spring energy coming through. So I think April will be pivotal for you as well. I've seen that for a few signs this month, but you got to get through this colder winter period, and then it will start to blossom. Let's expand your forecast and include health, wealth, love, and destiny. So for your health card, which includes your mind, your body, and your spirit, let's see what the message is. So it's very much an extension of that Hermit card, believe it or not, but dreams, the collective good, and illusions. So again, we're looking at health. So bringing in what you love and paying attention to, I've been getting a lot of messages in dreams, and this may happen for a lot of air signs right now. Really significant signs is like information about upcoming events, insights into what my health is looking like, and that's why I think it came up here. Dietary information's been coming through in dreams, so pay attention to that. If you see yourself, eating something and feeling guilty in a dream, it's probably the universe saying, let's cut some of that out. But the other thing is you're going to get general things that will help your overall health. So you might see yourself running or flying, so you need to be more active. You may see yourself surrounded by water, time to drink more or swim more. So pay attention to the dream symbols that are coming through, and the universe is going to give you the guidance you need to be on a healthier track. Overall, you do need to, this would be a good time to get your annual physical, because I see the illusions sort of word here, and what that's telling me is things may seem okay, but you might need to just check your numbers, make sure that everything's working, okay? But otherwise, you're probably going to get some hidden messages through your dreams. I want you to keep a journal or tap it into your smart device, your phone, when you wake up, and make sure that you remember what's going on. All right, let's take a look at wealth to see what's going to help bring more abundance into your life. Well, it's the quintessential card for Librans, which is balance. The word here that I'm going to focus on, though, is judgment. So letting go of, okay, if there's anything that's no longer working, and this is more about performance, not on a symbolic level, and we're talking very much about wealth here. So if there is anything that no longer is working, it's time to put it into a place where it will. So whether it's an investment in a house, an investment in savings, an investment in a relationship which is taxing your energy, which then doesn't let you achieve more in your life, you must start to get returns on your investments. At the very least, you need to break even, but I want you to start. This is one time when, for abundance to happen, you actually want the scales to be out of balance. And this is one thing that Libra folk sometimes have a hard time with, is it's not going to be perfectly even. You actually want to get something where more is coming to you sometimes, or you have to see the potential. If you put all of this energy out, then now it's time to wait and let some of it come back in. And remember, lasso. So I want you to start to pull it in and maybe remind people that, you know what, actually I've helped you 3 times. This is your turn. I need you to help me with this. And you can appeal to people's higher good and that sort of conscience that they know, yeah, you're right, it is time for me to help you out. So sometimes, like, the interesting thing with Libra is it can be a very kind Zen sign until someone goes maybe 5, 6, 7 times. They've been taking, and then all of a sudden a Libra will look at the scale and say no. And not just no, but forget it, and you might lose your temper, and that's when the scales go out of whack. So now you need to just start to ask for what you need, okay? Lasso, pull, activate. So now let's take a look. We have health, wealth. Let's take a look at what is coming through for love, which I know is very important to all Libra. And see if love and beauty, see what's coming through for love. Again, this was a card that came through for some other signs this month. It's telling me you already have a lot to be grateful for in your life. And really the focus is on friends, family, those in your extended circle who you already have. You may meet some new love through that, but the focus now is on treasuring what you have. Being appreciative for what you have, it will bring more growth. And if you were to meet someone, it's probably from a social party, an endeavor, something like that. But in the meantime, just really extend a helping hand, a hug, appreciation, and it's going to come back tenfold. Now let's take a look at your destiny card. What's going to really help you accomplish everything you need. We'll go with this deck for you. Right off the top. Well, guess what? It's about tapping into your own intuition and using creativity, which is something that Libra excels at, particularly the arts. So for those of you that might be actors, dancers, musicians, poets, whatever makeup artists, whatever your art is, fashion designers. Mediumship to me means taking the creative energy and making something with it. It also means obviously paying attention, but you're going to be very much using your creativity that you already have and pulling in what you want. So for some of you, that might mean making some sort of a sample so that you can sell it, get someone interested in it. And for others, it's going to be speaking through an idea. So maybe it's a pitch, an elevator pitch. But whatever it is, it's requiring some action on your part, but your key to success really is that creativity. Okay? So quick summary, and then we'll wrap up the video for this month. There is an opportunity on the horizon that's going to pass you if you don't act now. This one is saying basically you need to remove one or two of your extracurricular activities or commitments that's taking too much, or ask for help. It's time for people to return your gratitude. Really, I need you to activate now. This is the time. See past the illusions, past the smoke, and really get busy. Creativity is key for success this month. Bringing your passion into your daily life is going to be what brings you success. Don't stay stuck too long in any sort of hermit phase. It's great to have meditation as a part of your practice, but this is a month of action, not just thinking. Finally, what's really important for you this month is to pull the confidence out. And it might be a matter of faking your own confidence until it manifests and people see it around you. Listening to your dreams for information about your health. Really making sure that people are doing their part now. You've given enough time. Now they need to sort of give back, and looking at investments and expenditures of time and effort, and making sure that you're actually getting something in your life now. And then for love, you have so much to be grateful for. Say thank you every day to somebody in some way. Use your God-given creativity, dreams, and gifts to bring in abundance. That's really the key. That's what's going to lasso in what you need. So an exciting and overall pretty good month for Libra, but keeping away from feeling trapped. Go higher, see the owl in this, fly above any sort of doubt and focus on just doing the work every day. So last thing, dating. It is a good month for dating. We mentioned that. So I see it happening in the first and third weeks more than the second and fourth. Hopefully this was helpful. If you ever want to have a more of a personalized one-on-one session, of course I offer those. I'm currently booking about a month in advance, so I know that that's tricky to deal with sometimes, but that's where I'm at, and I would encourage you to go ahead and book rather than wait, because it seems to fill up fast. So otherwise, keep in touch with me, and I have 3 or 4 social ways that you can do that. One is through the newsletter, so that's a great way to find out when I post the video, and of course subscribing to the channel will work there too. And you can also follow me on Facebook or Twitter. So I'll post the links to those there and the booking links in the corner. And in the meantime, thank you. Please keep up all the likes, the subscribes, and the comments, because it helps me to remember that there are people out there getting this video and that it's really resonating with them. I put a lot of TLC into every video every month, which is why it takes time. It usually takes me several days, if not a full week, to get all the videos done. And it means so much that you guys are patient and choose to tune into me each month. You have a lot of choices here. So thank you, bless you, and I'll see you again next month. Satnam. Take care.